Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis supports people living with Down syndrome and their families through education and advocacy. October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and Executive Director Erin Suelmann and self-advocate Lindsey Hawkins join us today. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So yes, we just said Down Syndrome Awareness Month is October. You've had some great events that you set up, some that have already happened, some that are coming up.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about it.
Sure. So October is our month to celebrate people with Down syndrome and all the abilities and talents that they have. We celebrate all year long, of course, but October is our big month for activities. So we did have a couple events that have already happened. So we sort of kicked off the month with our Walk in the Park event that happened at Busch Stadium on September 22nd. That's one of our largest awareness days of the year. We had about 2,000 people down at the ballpark for that. And but then we also had our 21 Sun Salute All Abilities Yoga and Marketplace on just this past Sunday at the World's Fair Pavilion, which was a beautiful morning of yoga and a marketplace featuring crafts made by people with different abilities.
That's what we're looking at.
Yes, that's a photo from last year's event. And so that was a beautiful morning, just again raising awareness about the abilities of people with Down syndrome. And we had a dine out for Down syndrome whole week at Tapped in Maplewood, which we were really excited and grateful for.
So you've been busy then already for the past couple weeks then, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then what do you have coming up for the rest of the month?
So for the rest of the month, in addition to social media campaigns that we run on our Facebook page, we are also doing a dine out for Down syndrome at the Pat Connolly Tavern on October 16th. So from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 25% of the proceeds will come back to the Down Syndrome Association, which is wonderful. And Pat's is an amazing establishment. It's right down the street. If you guys need a place to go for lunch, it's a great spot. And then one of our biggest fundraisers of the year is our annual trivia night, which is October 27th this year. It's Halloween themed. It's going to be costume contests hosted by Randy Carricker. Halloween themed trivia, raffles, auctions. It's going to be really, really fun. We're excited.
That's great. And this is something that really anyone from the community can come and join in on. And I think talking about the trivia night is a great way to segue to you, Lindsey, because you're involved in the trivia night. Are you going to be helping out? And
I will be helping out and trivia as a staff member. And at this point, we also, all the staff members have to dress up in costumes. So.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out when Lindsey.
I was going to say, what's your costume?
I don't know yet. Erin wanted me to be Snow White, but I'm not sure if that costume is going to fit me or not.
So let's talk about you work with Erin, and you do a variety of jobs, administrative jobs around the office. Is that correct? So tell me a bit more about that.
I work at the Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis because it is a great experience of my life. Working with Erin and Jeremy Ballinger recently, it does pursue my work ethics, boundaries on the you cannot say anything bad. But the most important is to work with the outstanding executive director, especially while she's dealing with her family and about to have a second baby, the highest priority. But
Lindsey's a big help in the office.
Yeah. So the office stuff I do is I do the snack up pop shop, especially for the Down Syndrome Association. We put in assortments of variety of popcorn, trail mix, candy, Twizzlers, including Laffy Taffy and juice.
So what Lindsey's talking about is our social enterprise, our pop-up snack shop, which is part of our employment initiative. And so Lindsey's a huge help to making sure all of our supplies are ready for that.
Yeah, well, I know in the past when we've talked, you've kind of given us a little bit of an overview, but when we come back from a break, we're going to have another segment. I want to kind of get more into some of the programs and services. And Lindsey, I want you to tell us a bit more about yourself and tell us what this month as well means to you. Okay. But right now I'm going to go and put some information there for you on the screen. Dine Out for Down Syndrome is coming up pretty soon. It's Tuesday, October 16th from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. down at Pat Connolly Tavern, you're right, which is just literally down the street from us. So that's one event to support. There's also the trivia night coming up on Saturday, October 27th. It's great because it's a Halloween theme, and that's from 6 to 10 p.m. Such a great cause. You can get a table with your friends. You don't have to be directly affiliated with the organization. If you're watching this at home, this is something, if you just want to come out and support it, you can buy a table or buy a ticket. Go to dsagsl.org for more information and for all those details. But don't go anywhere. We're going to have more with the Down Syndrome Association of Greater St. Louis right after this break.